Alright, so I'm back as the pumpkin. I found that mumbo token back there, and I'm approximately where I was before, so I figured I'd just cut back in. I'm at 94 notes, so I'm still 6 short, but I did find those 2 extra ones that I pointed out previously. I just can't remember exactly how the pumpkin is supposed to do this. I know the idea is that you want to get the pumpkin up to the roof of the mansion, but I don't remember exactly how you're supposed to do that. Wait a second. I think I remember now. Hang on. Hang on. Basically, it's a little bit of obtuse. Stay away from your rat bat. A little bit of obtuse work. I thought I cleared all the bats out. Darn it. Darn it. A bit of obtuse platforming you have to do. Let me grab the notes in here before I do anything else. Oh, crap. I'm missing a note somewhere. Gosh darn it. I have no idea where that note's missing either. I have no idea where it could be. None. 0. Alright. So basically what you want to do as the pumpkin is you want to be able to get up on top of these hedges and then climb across to the roof. I just, I'm trying to remember exactly where you have to go here in the hedge maze to be able to reach that point. There's like an area in the hedge maze here that has a ramp that allows you to get up onto the hedges. I can't believe I'm 1 note short. Gosh darn it. I bet it's up on the roof too. I bet I missed one while I was backtracking up on the roof and I have to go back and grab it. Crap. Okay, maybe it's on the other side of the hedge. Go up here somewhere. No, this is the chapel. See, here's the little gap in the... Here we go. I found it. Okay. See, this little area here, right near the chapel courtyard, there's a mumbo token here. There's plenty of mumbo tokens in this level, I noticed. Then you can use this to get up onto the hedge, and then you can go from the hedge across... Whoops. You can go from the hedge across that area to the roof, and that'll allow you to get up onto the 2nd story, which is where we want to go as the pumpkin. We can collect a couple of jiggies and hopefully find that last note. Because I don't want to have to come back into this level as Banjo Kazooie. That would be bad. So I'm gonna grab that, grab a Wonderwing feather, and then duck out of here. Because the plan is for me to end this level as the pumpkin and then show you guys what I meant to show you a while back. Which, with editing, I have no idea how long this part's gonna end up being, just by the way. So here, this should lead us to one of the jiggies, I think. That's kind of disgusting, because that toilet isn't exactly the cleanest. Yeah, we got that, and then this. I'm just gonna head right back out. We don't need to even bother getting those Wonderwing feathers. Yeah, let's wash up. Because, you know, for as gross as Grunty is, which if you read any of Brentilda's stuff, you realize that she is extremely gross. She draws the line at jumping into that toilet. So, for good reason. Alright, so to get to the other Jiggy, you have to do this. And I'm still a note short, so... And again, I have no idea where it could be. I've backtracked through this level twice now. I thought I had the entire layout of the notes memorized, but I guess I didn't remember quite as much as I thought I did. I'm going to check a couple of places as the pumpkin, and then if I can't find it, I will come back again as Banjo Kazooie, collect that last note, and then we will leave the level as the pumpkin again. My recording, just as a side note, my recording is currently up to 1 hour and 30 minutes. 34 minutes to be exact, which means that this is officially the longest recording I've ever had in a single playthrough of any game. Good times. There it is. I'm glad I found it. Okay. So that's it. So that's all the notes. So I don't have to cut it all. Sweet. But yeah, this is the main reason why I didn't want to LP this game. Because the backtracking in this game, if you die, the backtracking is insane because you literally have to play through the entire level again. That is the single worst, my least favorite mechanic in this entire game is the fact that you have to do that. But we're done. We have all of the notes, we have all the jiggies, we have all of the honeycomb pieces even. We're done. But not quite done with the pumpkin yet. We still have one more thing we need to do as the pumpkin before we do anything else. So let's go. Back to the entrance. Alright, so as the pumpkin, after we leave the overworld, we can come back down this way. Remember that gate that we smashed on the way into the level? Remember me telling you that you should do it before you do anything else? Well, we can go in here now, since we're small enough to fit through that hole in the door. And guess who's here? Mumbo. It's probably the weirdest place to find Mumbo. But, yeah. We can use him to switch back out to Banjo and Kazooie. Then use Banjo Kazooie to kill, number 1, kill this ghost. Number 2, smash that. And do this. That opens the way to the next level, actually. Which is incredibly important. Because if you miss this, you can't go to the next level. It's as simple as that. You simply cannot go to the next level. But, yeah, to get back out, we're actually going to need Mumbo to transform us back into a pumpkin. And believe it or not, we're still not done with the pumpkin. They give the pumpkin the most to do out of any of the transformations in this game, which really sucks. Because... So Mumbo's got pot. So that's the joke. But yeah. What was I gonna say? Getting across the overworld area here with the pumpkin is a little bit dicey because you are really small and really slow, so it's really easy for the enemies to just maul you. And you can't technically you can't come back out here with Banjo and Kazooie either. You're just gonna have to be evasive. You want to stay away from the tombstones that don't have feathers on them because those are the ones that are actually enemies now. So coming down this way is actually probably the easiest way. Just make your way back out of the area we were, the lobby area, and remember that little path that I showed you when we were first entering this level that went off to the right when we went to the left? Yeah, we're gonna have to walk that as the pumpkin. This is why the pumpkin sucks. One of the main reasons why is because he's given one of the hardest overworld sections in the game. Son of a... Hopefully, if I don't respawn as the pumpkin, okay, good. But you do lose a life for that, so I've only got 8 tries more. I am taking this so slowly, and I'm still dying because the camera isn't cooperating at all. And because the platform and the walls are the same exact color, so it's impossible to see the platform. I hate this section so much, but I have to show it because it's necessary for completing the game. Son of a gun. I'm going to get a game over here if I don't get past this first turn. And yes, it is necessary to do this as the pumpkin. You cannot do this as Banjo Kazooie because once you get to the other end of this path, you will see a door that is in fact too small for Banjo and Kazooie to fit into. I am taking this so incredibly seriously right now, Grunty. You can shut up. So there's Brentilda, but that's not the reason we're coming up here. Not at all. Crap! See all those lives that I saved up over the last couple of levels? Yeah, I'm going to end up wasting most of them on this because this is the stupidest thing. The other things that you have to do to get to these basically there are 3 areas like this that you have to go as 3 different transformations. I believe you have to do this as the croc, as the... No, not the termite. The croc, the walrus, I want to say? No, not the walrus. It's the croc, the pumpkin, and one other... What is the other transformation? The transformation in the final level. You have to do these things as all 3 of these characters, but I'm going to do this one now simply because this is by far the hardest one. Okay, this is better strategy. Because the thing is that the sensitivity of my controller is to the point where it becomes really hard to do sections like this rather than easy, because... Okay, this is going to be the tricky part right here, because this is where I died before. I have to move in the tiniest increments. And I can, since the light is fading in and out, I can hardly see where's the edge of the platform. Okay, I made it. Brentilda, forget it. Leaving you. This is Cheato. Basically, Cheato is the witch's spellbook, and he will give you 1 spell at a time each time that you find him, and that we have to put in on the sandcastle floor of Treasure Trove Cove. That will allow us to... It basically gives us codes that we can use to unlock things within the game. And these codes aren't cheats, even despite the book's name. They are actually features, because these are necessary for... Well, they aren't necessary, but they are extremely helpful, and they do save after each time you play the game, once you enter them. Basically, red feathers, the code that we just got, allows us to double the amount of feathers that we have in our inventory, or that we can carry. So instead of being able to carry 50, we can carry 100, but we have to go and enter the code first. But before we do anything like that, I'm actually going to head back to FreezeEasy Peak, and we're going to race Boggy for the 2nd time. Neither can I, Grunty, not at this point. I'm recording for almost 3 hours straight, and I am starting to get really tired, but I want to finish Boggy's race at least, so we'll have finished off FreezeEasy Peak before we do anything else. So let's go. Back to this. Boggy should be waiting for us. Other thing that doesn't reset within a level is things that cause you to grab jiggies. So as long as it's not an enemy that you have to kill like those snowmen are, things like Boggy will not have reset from leaving a level and coming back. See, he's not waiting for us here at the bottom of the hill anymore. He's over where he is to start the race, which is this way. Let's go ahead and come up here. Boy, I can tell this whole part is going to be really fun to edit. Yes, we accept. And see, there are the sneakers right in front of us. Before we got in the sneakers, we wouldn't have been able to do this, and we wouldn't have been able to win. Or at least we wouldn't have been able to win. But now that we have the sneakers, we have a ghost of a chance, because now Boggy is lightning fast. But yeah, the shoes are pretty much unlimited, so don't worry about them running out in mid-race. Just like before, though, Boggy isn't the best racer. He's fast, but he doesn't take very good lines through most of the course. So as long as you keep to the inside path, you should pretty much demolish him. I believe it's the same exact course as the walrus race. You cannot fall in the water. If you do, you will lose your shoes, and you will thereafter lose the race. So don't fall off that bridge back there, and don't fall off this bridge, and don't do that like I just did, because then you're probably going to wind up losing. Nope, I win. Sweet. And the shoes lasted just long enough for us to get here. So So he says he's going to go look for the kids' presents, even though we already found them. And so basically he's just headed back to the igloo. Grab our last jiggy here in FreezeEasy Peak. And then the next episode, I'm going to be starting back near the Med Monster Mansion lobby, and I'll show you guys how to get to the next level, okay? So, you know what? While I'm here, since in honor of me losing all of those lives, I'm going to show you guys what happens when you actually game over. Let's go ahead and do save and quit. You see this cutscene when you save and quit or when you game over. I'm just going to stay quiet through the whole thing. I'll leave you guys off here, and I'll see you guys back again, as I said, in the next episode outside of Mad Monster Mansion's lobby. See you guys then.
Wow.